Hello everyone, and welcome back to Poppy Seed Mini. Today, I'm going to show you how to build your own little miniature Easter basket and create some wonderful little miniature Easter treats for your dolls. All right, let's get crafting. To get the printable for today's project, go to my blog at poppyseedmini.blogspot.com, and the link will be in the description box below. Now, to get this nice, glossy and colorful print, I did print on my double-sided glossy brochure paper. And I'll also have a link for that in the description box below. Now, some of you have asked me about which printer I'm using, and I am currently using an Epson ET4800 EcoTank. All right, let's start with our miniature boxes. All of these boxes are going to be put together the same way. So once you have your box cut out, you're going to fold down the top and bottom tabs. Like so. Next, you're going to take your scissors and cut tabs. I thought it would be so fun to include this cute little cookie making kit in this collection. There we go. Once your tabs are cut, then you're just going to fold all your sides. Like so. Add glue to your side tab and glue the sides together. Fold your bottom tabs in, your back tab down, add glue to the front tab, and glue the bottom together. Oh, that was the top. Oh well. When I shake my box, I want it to sound like there's something inside. So I'm adding some little chunks of paper inside that'll give it a little bit of a sound. And then I'm going to glue the rest of my box shut. Like so. I added a couple images of the cookies from the box on the printable, and all I'm doing with those is gluing them down to some creamy brown paper, and once it's glued down, I just cut around, and I like to leave a little bit of like an edging on the cookies so it looks like it's been frosted, like so. And then you're just going to glue it down over and over again until you get the desired thickness of your cookie. So now it can look like your dolls use their little Easter egg cookie kit. It was also really fun to add some little M&Ms to my M&M box. So my daughter had her little diamond art set that she did, and some of her leftover diamonds she gave to me so I could add them to my little box. And wasn't this sweet of her? She even took the time to like pick out Easter colors for me. I thought that was so sweet. She was so excited that I was going to use them too. So we'll just add a little bit of each color here. And then we can close up our little box, add some glue, there we go, and we got a little box of M&Ms. And it sounds like a little box of M&Ms. To make Target's favorite day Easter trail mix, cut them all out. You simply fold the front Then fold the back. And then you're going to take and press the two folds together. And the front and the back should line up like so. And then I take my packing tape and I get a strip and I cut the edges so that I'll have a smooth, clean edge on both sides. Then I'm going to take my packing tape and center it on the front of my trail mix. And I'm holding it down slightly so I can really make sure to get it straight on that bottom, because I found that it kind of almost magnetizes towards the paper and sucks it up, and then I get it on crooked. So I'm just warning you, like, that's my little trick. Make sure you hold it down. Now, after I get it on, I'm just folding both of the edges over the sides. And then if there's any extra over the edge, you can always trim that off. Just a little bit there. And then I'm going to trim off the top here. Now, to pop your package open, just open up the top like so, and then stick like the end of a brush or something down and kind of pop that bottom open a bit, like so. Now you can add fluff and just stuff it, or if you want some sort of rattling sound in there, I also have been having a fun time adding some beads or something that'll jingle around in there. And if you want to get really creative, you can take clay and like copy their little bunny bait here. Wouldn't that be cute? Kind of give it a little bit of a sound in there when you move it around. Then I just take my glue. I'm using my Glossy accents for this part. And I just glue the top shut. Great time to use your little clamps as well. And then I'll just leave that alone for a while so it can set and dry. Once my little package is dry, I pull the clamps off and I take my little micro punch here and punch a hole in the top, just in case I want to make a little store someday and I'm going to want to display it on hooks. All right? Makes it look a little more authentic too. All right, the next thing we're going to make are the little bagged items. I have the little Hershey's eggs, and I added beads inside of these too so that they would rattle and shake around for us. And I'll show you how to make them using the little cheese ball guy. So you're just going to fold on the edges. So you got the front and the back. And then I add glue along the bottom edge of the print. Just the very bottom. I only want the edge to be secured. And then I'm also going to run glue along the one side here. So then fold the back side over and press that bottom edge. And I am going to add my little clips while it's drying. And then you just want to set this aside to fully dry. Now that the bottom is dry, I'm going to add some little orange beads into this one. Our little puffs in here. And then you're just going to glue the top closed. Like so. The last little ones we're going to put together are the little Barbie jelly beans and the M&M eggs. All you're going to do for this is fold it in half. And then I'm going to take another piece of packing tape and I'm going to wrap this thing completely. Like so. Take your scissors and carefully cut along the bottom and the top. Then you're going to pop the package open and add beads or stuffing. And all my beads decided to run away from me. There we go. And once your little package is full, you can just add glue to that top edge. Make sure to smooth it out thin. And add your little clamps to hold it while it's drying. All right, now that we have all our little items made, now we need an Easter basket to put them in. If you saw my last tutorial, we made baskets, and honestly, that is what inspired this video. Someone made the comment that they were going to use that tutorial to make an Easter basket, and I thought, oh my gosh, I gotta try that. And look, it is so darn cute. So today, I'm going to show you how to make your own Easter basket. So if you saw my last video, I'm going to repeat some of the techniques, but some stuff is different. All right, I didn't make a pattern this time, so I just used my little toothpick container that was round and drew around it to make a circle for the bottom of my basket. And I am drawing on hard cardstock. This is not regular printed paper. You definitely want something a little thicker for this project. Then you're going to cut out your circle. You'll also need a 3/4 inch strip of cardstock. And I just curve it around the object that I traced, making sure to give yourself some extra for overlap. Next, you'll need to pick a cute cotton fabric for the inside of your basket. And then you'll want to add a liberal amount of glue to your cardstock and glue it down on your fabric. Make sure there's at least 1/4 inch that you can cut around so you can overlap your image. And glue down your strip so again it'll have an overlap. Once they're done drying, you can cut them out. And as you can see, I glued mine a little too close together, but it'll be fine. You want to cut them out with about 1/4 inch overhang all around. For the bottom, you'll also need to cut tabs so that everything folds down nicely without getting lumpy. Once your tabs are cut, add more glue and glue them down around the edges. Take your strip, add more glue, and glue down the 2 sides first. Once that's glued down, clip the corners on the far end and glue that down as well. So then you'll have one of the edges that is fully covered. In my last basket video, I used this braided yarn from Hobby Lobby, but today I'm going to use this cotton yarn from the dollar store. All right, I'm going to use my Beacon 3-in-1 Advanced Craft Glue to glue on my thread. And I am starting with the bottom of my basket. So you're just going to start in the center and then start swirling it around. And mine is a bit sticky at the moment. Probably don't need this much glue. I have my bottle on its side, and that means it lets a little more out. Just keep spinning it around as you go. The nice thing about the beacon is it takes a while to dry. So you've got a little time to work on things. And there's no hot glue to burn your fingers on. Continue to work the cording around until you reach the edge. And cut off your cord and glue down the ends. Now you're going to take your side, then I take my bottom and I add glue around the bottom edge. Take your side and curve it around so that it's already got a rounded shape, and then curve it around your base. And then you'll need to glue the side down. This is another nice little nifty time for those clamps to come in handy. Let that dry. The next thing I do is take a piece of coated floral wire. I like to use the coated floral wire because I feel like it glues down better. And what you're going to do is go along the edge of your basket and give it that space. And then you're going to curve it around. In fact, I'm going to use my toothpick bottle again. And I'm curving it around the toothpick bottle to make a handle for my basket. And I'm just going to slip that in there and make sure I've got it the size and the height I want. And then you'll just cut the wire with a wire cutters. Now I know my basket edge is about 3/4 of the way up, so I'm just going to mark at about 1/2 inch. So I know I don't have to go down past that for sure. Add glue to the wire. Take your cording. I like to leave a little tail, and then at that 3/4 spot, I start twisting around the wire to create the handle for our basket. And go back and press everything in place. Continue to keep wrapping until you get all the way to the other side. Clip off the extra and make sure to glue down that little tail. Add glue to the sides of your basket. I like to use my seam on the side and not the back, because then you really don't see it. And glue down your handle, holding it in place until it sticks. Once your handles are glued in place, go ahead and add glue to the bottom edge of your basket. Then you can add your cording around the bottom edge. And you'll just continue to keep wrapping until you've covered the entire edge of the basket. Now I have to ask, and you'll have to let me know in the comments down below, did you get Easter baskets as kids? I think I got an Easter basket once or twice. Something my grandma did for us. But lots of Easter egg hunts though. We had the Easter egg hunts. All right, once you've got the entire edge covered, just cut the end and add a little glue to glue it in place. For the rim of the basket, I used a braid and glued it to the edge. To create that braid, you're going to need 3 lengths of the cotton cording cut to the same length. I knot the 3 cords together at the top. Next, you can hook this onto something, or today I'm just taping mine to the table, like so. You want to be able to pull so that you get an even braid. Then you're just going to take your 3 cords and braid them together. And I'm probably making more than I need, but I'd rather have more than enough than not enough, right? And once I get to the end, I'm just going to knot it again. All right, then I take my cording and I'm going to glue one end together. Like so. And then I'm going to trim off the knot, kind of pinching it together so we don't start losing our weave here. And then I'm going to take my basket and let's see here, I'm going to start on this end right before the handle. I'm going to add glue all the way around the edge and then glue down your braided cording. And then when I get to the end, I overlap slightly, trim it off, and then add more glue to glue down that braid before it comes unraveled on you. Working carefully to blend it in to the rest of the cord. And then I go back and I kind of press around and make sure it's on the edge the way I want it before I let it dry. And now you've created a cute little Easter basket, and it's time to fill it up with goodies. And now it's time for the best part. Let's build our little basket. To make the little filler for your Easter basket, all I do is cut strips of either tissue paper or even regular colored paper. All you do is cut the strip and then just kind of zigzag it back and forth until it's all crinkled up, creating your little filler for your basket. Isn't that fun? Now, this purple stuff was one of the tissue papers from one of my Make It Mini balls. So this is a great way to recycle some of that cute paper that we have a hard time throwing away. Grab your little filler that you cut up and add it inside the basket. And I thought, how fun would it be to add some toys as well? So I grabbed one of my mini Barbies that we boxed up. And I'm going to add her in the back. And then, you know, everybody's got to have a chocolate bunny in there, right? That's a big thing. And I feel like we can't do one without the little cheese balls. So I'm going to add that in there. And then I love the little mini guys, so I'm going to make sure to add those 2 in there as well. And how fun would it be to add in one of our little miniature mini brands as well? So once we get that all in there. Now, how cool is that? What else does this basket need? How about adding in some Easter eggs? Now, I had got these white eggs from Temu, and I colored some up just with acrylic paint, so made them Easter colors. Or I also have my Make It Mini Easter eggs from last year's Easter balls. And I thought, how cute would these little guys be added in to these baskets. Probably getting too full now. But Easter baskets are always great when they're full, right? I sure hope you enjoyed this episode of Poppy Seed Mini. I had so much fun creating all these little things for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And have fun crafting. See you next time, guys.